at the moment, so I can't really, shout out bands that you... If you like Pantera and stuff, you want to go for bands like, the classics like Metallica, Megadeth, that kind of stuff. But let's talk about this a bit later on, guys. We're here for a reason. We're here for Counter-Strike, and we're here for Penta Sports and Flipside. And we're on the pistol rounds. There's going to be Penta Sports starting on T side here of Nuke, Flipside on CT side, of course. This is their choice of map. CT is definitely the favourable half here, and this is one of the reasons why Nuke has been somewhat bashed recently, I would say, from Valve and a lot of key people in the scene that just do not like Nuke at all. It doesn't necessarily make for the most enjoyable of casts, I will be honest on that one, but you never quite know. This map can throw a few curveballs out there. No worry, Max Saffron, a lot of people complaining about that. I'm happy to fix it. It was also bothering me as well a couple of times as NK is going to get headshotted down from Simple. Nice little shot there from him on towards Vents. But there is Dennis. Very easily manoeuvred their way through into ramp. That's going to open up a lot of possibilities. Seeing two players going through onto Heaven. The other two actually doubling back towards Lobby. So it's definitely going to be an A push here. Crystal's taking point. He gets obliterated from the 5-7. Blade does also get a kill there. And Sryson, the replacement, gets himself a frag onto Bondic. It's a 3-on-2. The bomb has been planted just now. And now the retake is on. Sryson's been dropped. There's Dennis, 65 HP to his name. This is definitely doable. He's been flashbanged from Markelov. He's on low HP. If he gets this headshot, you definitely fancy Dennis to pick up this round. But he's flicking between two players. You can understand why he did that as well. Because for all he knew, Markelov was defusing the bomb there. And he had to peek it. He really did have to double check.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
For Megadeth, anything from Rust in Peace is always... It's always a 10 out of 10 for me. Game of 2 or Flipside, I just got asked. I'd probably edge Flipside for that game, personally. I would like to see how they perform here, and then I think that will potentially change my mind one way or the other. 3 MP7s, M4 and a FAMAS on the side of Flipside here. Of course, did win that first round on CT side. Now looking good here. So go ahead and pick up this round as well. Simple just opens up with the M4. And they pretty much both walk into his sights. Not seeing any huge force buys here from Penta Sports. They've upgraded the pistols, but apart from that, haven't really invested in grenades, haven't invested in armor or anything like that. So this should be, by and large, another day at the office. Oh, the Kobe grenade to the face of Sryson. Absolutely wrecks him there. Yeah, those of you asking what the last... Sorry, I was just reading a comment there about the FPS. I'm sorry for a dude. I'll try my best to fix that for next time I stream, but I did come in here very last minute. The last game was 1-1 between Copenhagen Wolves and Hellraisers, if you just joined the stream. It was Overpass and Inferno. Copenhagen Wolves won Overpass 21-19. And the second map was about 16-12, I think, to Hellraisers. Now here we are. Let's crack on with this action at hand. The long-range MP7 headshot from World Edit. Sryson just got completely decimated there. Simple's going to open up. AK-47's in effect here. NK does manage to get the upper hand on Blade, but only 2 HP left to his name. And 3 players to find and frag. Minute to go, so plenty of time to play with. Spiddy. He's going to make short work of Markelov there, who's caught somewhat with his pants down. In radio room, Bondic and the last remaining player of Simple are both on A site. They're maybe thinking about moving down the vents right now. The bomb is en route to B site. It's NK with 2 HP. He needs his teammate to back him up here. Spiddy is there, laid in wait, gets the frag onto Bondic. And now it's Simple. He gets the first kill. 30 seconds to play with. Looks like he's going to maneuver his way down to the doors. And control room. And Spiddy, well, he thought about jumping through there, but he's going to guess against it. Simple must have heard that. Shoots him from the back. Very smartly done by Simple. Nicely played by him. That takes it to a 3-0. That was a buy-up as well from Penta Sports. So one of the scary things about this map on T side is if you don't make the most of those small advantages that you get, this really can start to pile up against you. Penta Sports would have desperately wanted that round. It just slipped through their fingers. And now this has 4-0 written all over it, especially as Markelov catches Dennis jumping across Blade. Also picks himself up a frag early on in this round. NK with Tech 9 trying to channel his inner angel with that tech. And get some frags there, pulling bullets to faces, but wasn't able to get any kills there on towards Secret. Bondic and Will let it both step in and both get themselves a kill. Here comes Thrice with the Tech 9. He's got 4 more players to find, and he's being shot through the door. And Will let it just barrels on through. Will be another buy-up from Penta Sports. One of the reasons why I'm not a huge fan of casting nuke is because I feel like there's not a huge amount to talk about. You know? It's kind of like if CTs play smart and they just lock in, and Penta, in this case, don't really have any huge set pieces, this is by and large just going to be identical rounds. And that's the reason why a lot of people aren't too keen on nuke as a map. I personally don't enjoy playing it either. But who knows, maybe Penta are going to pull out some crazy strats and get themselves some rounds on the board. Looks like an outside push right now. I'm 29. Deuce FFS. So you were about right. I'm old for a gamer, dude. I feel old for a gamer. You're seeing right now, Will did it with the AWP. Nice flick shot onto Dennis, who was kind of looking left, right and everywhere and just didn't seem to know what was about to hit him. Penta are stacking up in radio room. They're looking to try and make a play happen and force it through. Only player there is Markelov. Will that it can easily rotate though if he's needed. Markelov was forced back just momentarily. And he has gone back into B. So they've by and large given up ramp. We've already seen this a couple of times from CT. It's a fairly standard play. If you play really defensive on B, you can still lock it down, as we're seeing from Simple. Thryson did get a frag beforehand. You do wonder how a stand-in is going to perform. Spiddy, from an identical position to what we saw a few rounds ago in that 2v2, does shoot through the vents and gets himself a frag there. 3-on-3 situation. These are rounds desperately needed, but no one checked Dark Spot. And Barklov, the man who backed on away from ramp, stamps his authority onto this round and takes the 5-0. You've got to check every spot, guys. You've got to check every spot. That is a spot that most people would check. That is a beautiful knife that Crystal has. Oh my goodness. I'm tempted to just watch Crystal and just like just watch that knife all game. That's amazingly nice. Potential desperation ramp rush here from the T's, but they've been smoked, they've been flashed, they've been grenaded, and they're being shot from Markelov, and he's got Thryson. They're going to line up for him. Simple gets himself one, and now Markelov's in a bit of a precarious spot. Probably should have done better there. Is it going to matter, though? It could very well do so. As Dennis is going to get himself that cheeky Tech 9 frag on World Edit, who was close range with an AWP. Never the best position, I should say, to be in. They still do find themselves a player down in this round. So, even though Markelov may have derped a tiny bit there, it likely isn't going to come back to haunt them. This was Flipside's choice of map there, Gillette. And the next map, Penta Sports map, is Inferno. Hope that helps you. Really, Penta are just desperate to get some rounds on T side. It is very CT favoured, this map. It goes without saying. Everyone knows it. Everyone who has any idea about Counter-Strike Global Offensive knows this map is brutal to play on T side the vast majority of the time. And that seems to be what Penta are up against here. They had a glimmer of hope in this 3v1, but that's quickly subsided. And 6-0 is put up on the scoreboard. V Deloc the God. It's a BO2. Both maps count for points in a league system. And the way that the skin betting works is, if your team wins 2-0, you win skins. If your team loses 2-0, of course, you lose the skins. And if it goes 1-1, then the bet's effectively nullified and you'll get your skins back. That's the way it works. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Wait. I'll do that a bit. I'll do that in a bit, guys. Sorry, I derped this really bad because my CS crashed after the last map, so I will fix that in a bit. Apologies. One of the drawbacks of being new to the whole streaming thing, I've casted CS a bunch, but it's my first time streaming it, so doing what I can. Either way, as I was talking there, Sryson did get dropped down. SG picked up for Penta Sports. It's an interesting lock-in from Dennis. Yeah, Flipside picked nuke. As World Edit is going to get a headshot there through the wall into NK. It's not too terrible from him. He's actually going to be looking for seconds as well, and he should get it. There we go on to Dennis. Patience is a virtue. And with 15 seconds to go, Penta again. I mean, they've got the frag onto World Edit, which is going to force them potentially to buy up another AWP, although someone should be able to pick that one up before the round ends. Markelov goes in with the M4. It's a second kill as well. In actual fact, they may not be able to pick up that AWP. Yes, they do. Markelov gets the AWP after all. But Penta, they are looking like they're running out of options here, honestly. Apt, iMetas, the same name as my stream. This is my personal stream. I stepped in pretty much last minute. I was told last night, or at least kind of confirmed last night, that I'd be streaming today. So, I'm very new to this. I've casted a whole bunch of CS. Simple! There we go. On towards Spiddy. Dennis. They need a hero. They need someone to stand in here and start to get entry frags, because that's a huge part of T side on nuke, as far as I'm concerned. Is entry frags are key, and Markelov is getting an abundance of them. World Edit drops himself down, and it's just easy peasy right now from Flipside. Yeah, I've casted a whole bunch of CS. I've casted for like the last year and a half. But I'm new to the whole streaming thing, so I'm hoping to do more of that as time ticks on. Right, can someone post me, actually, Henry, could you post me the command to get rid of the typing stuff? You know what I mean? Like the font stuff at the bottom where it says show profile and all that stuff. There we go. Spiddy going in outside. Well, the other player advantage, actually a two-player advantage, and these are the kind of rounds that you'd expect them to go ahead and to potentially pick up. From Penta Sports' perspective, the issue is, though, that they've got Markelov and Bondik to face up against. The Markelov, he must be close to the top frag of his team. No, he's actually on third place with 8 and 3 from ramp, which is still pretty impressive considering he's about to add his 9th kill to his back pocket there. And with 50 seconds to go, you can't actually count Flipside out of this one. If Penta Sports were to lose this round from this position, this would be a huge body blow. Bondik has been dropped, though. There's Markelov from heaven. He's got a grenade. He's going to try and throw that one down. It does connect somewhat, but the bomb's already been planted on B. Oh, what a shot there onto Dennis. There's tasty CS right there, and he knows where the next player is. He opens up and very nearly gets the kill through the door. This could be Molotov written all over it. No, Crystal just backs away. His spidey senses were tingling. It was about to get all hot and heavy there in the blue. And so he does back on away. NK and Crystal. Oh, Markelov did catch a glimpse of Crystal for a couple of seconds, but he has to back on away, keeps his M4. And that's going to be the first round from Penta Sports up on the board.
Terrorists win.
They do get themselves around after all, but they're going to have to keep going. Alright, thanks Ruben. Done that. Thank you very much. Alright, that's been fixed, guys. Thank you for giving me a heads up and asking me to change that for you. It's going to be another outside push here from Penta Sports, so I can start focusing on the game once again. And Dennis gets himself a quick double kill there. So, the issue here for Penta is they're getting picks, but they're not really doing too much with that. It's a nice shot there from Dennis. On to Blade. Markov and Bondic, identical position to last time around. These two against the world. A lot of people fancying Flipside to pick up this BO2 quite comfortably, and so far it's definitely been looking that way. But Penta Sports, remember, this is T-side of nuke. This is not a walk in the park for any team. I'd say they'd be happy with 4 or 5 rounds here from this position. This could potentially be their second. Bondic, though, on catwalk, has tried to get that frag, and he gets 1 and nearly 2. He had no right to even get close to clutching that one for his team. Marklov's all that remains, but he's got 100% of his HP still there. Spiddy's on 55, Dennis on 9, Crystal on 44. And let's switch over to Markov, see from his point of view. He's in heaven. He just got tagged out and finished off. Bit of an anticlimax again, but Penta Sports do manage to pick up in the second round. I think the reason why there's some audio issues is because sometimes I have to alt-tab, guys. And the reason for that is to try and fix the issues with the stream for you. When I do that, it momentarily mutes the sound. So it should be okay now. I don't have to alt-tab for anything else. But I apologise for that. So Penta Sports, who are the movers on their team? Just Dennis with a positive KDA, 9 for 9. Rest of his team is certainly in the negative KDA ratios there. Crystal goes in, gets the opening pick with the AK-47. It looks like an all-out A-rush, and Blade is going to open up with the P2K and gets the second kill somehow. He gets team kill from Simple, although it was through smoke, so you can't really blame him for that. And Blade was very low on HP. The Penta Sports are going to get this bomb plant. This is a huge round for them. I've got to say, Markov, though, the man on the mission's got himself 2. And that's going to be all she wrote for round number 11. Flipside pick up their 9th. And these are the rounds that Penta so desperately require to keep themselves above sea level. Penta quit, please. That's a bit harsh. They're on T side, dude. Have faith. That's what they're going to be telling themselves right now. Have faith. We can pull this back. If they limp in second half with 4 or 5 rounds, they've got every chance of pulling this one back. They've got quite a few players starting to push outside, and they're Simple from Garage. Just exchange a couple of frags between the two of them. We'll let it with an AWP. And again, this is very similar situations. It's almost a carbon copy of what we've seen time and time again on CT side. It's just work as usual for Flipside. Dennis and Crystal, what do you have up your sleeve? Can you pull off something truly special right now? We've seen a lot of outside pushes from them that haven't really came to fruition as of yet. Let's switch across to one of these guys. Let's switch across to Dennis. He's still peeking her through here. Will that it's just to his right hand side. That flashbang did hit him pretty much square in the face. That's a nice shot from Dennis, but just a millisecond too late. And a 1-for-1 trade and a 4-on-2 is not good enough from Penta Esports' perspective. And Dennis takes the AK and runs with it. That suggests to me that he's hungry to try and clutch this round. He's not wanting to try and save. He's going for the jugular, and he's going to get himself killed. Doesn't check the left hand side. And Bondic puts him down. Yep, I'm Doctor, that's pretty much it. This is the reason why a lot of people don't enjoy Nuke, playing it or spectating it, because it's a very... I'm not going to say it's a dull map, but I prefer the maps that are just closer. You know, I prefer the Mirages, the Overpasses, you know, Inferno even. But hey, Flipside picked this map, and they're 10-2 up. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? Again, almost an identical setup from Penta Sports. This time around, I'm going to be stacking lobby, trying to get a pick, just desperate to get anything. Take breadcrumbs at this point. Bondic with a headshot gets himself the second as they pretty much just barrel in through Squeaky. All of Spiddy as my camera bugs once again. 1v5, can he pull this off? The dream is dead. Simple. Puts that one down. 11-2. It seems to me that Penta aren't necessarily communicating very well. There doesn't seem to be like massive amounts of cohesion between the team. Like, I'm not going to say it's like 5 individuals. Obviously, when you have a stand-in, that definitely isn't going to help matters. But they just, I don't know. There's something missing from their attack side. For example, they're missing smoke. They missed a smoke there on Garage, which could prove to be really important for them. It's going to stall their push outside because they're fearful of the long-range AK on M4 spray. World Edit now from Heaven. A position we've seen Markelov in quite a few times. He's going to be tagging up Sryson. They've got down into secret, but we've already seen that Flipside are happy enough to give away these positions and just play deep on B. And effectively say, come at us, bros. You've got to plant the bomb. All we have to do is defend the bomb. They've gave up ramp a bunch of times. They've gave up outside as well. They're happy to do so. And they're just allowing Flipside to get so much real estate through lobby and blue. And Bondic is going to oblige. We've seen him so many times in the blue house, actually, getting frags in the backside. And Kobe grenade from Markelov lands by Sryson's feet. 12-2. Penta desperately need this round, but look at their economy. They can barely scrape together Tech 9s and armor right now, and grenades. You'd expect with this kind of mixed match of weapons, they're probably going to try and rush a site, maybe through ramp. I would hope they do try and play aggressive here with Tech 9s. Let's see. It's going to be ramp. It's going to be ramp, and it's going to be bloodshed. Mark my words, there's going to be bloodshed. Here we go. Opens up with the M4. And it's just pretty much meat grinder in effect. Markelov gets 2. World Edit gets 2. Who's going to get the hat-trick of frags? That's the real question here. It's not going to be Markelov. He's been taken out. Simple does get the kill instead. 13-2. I'd love to go in depth with the analysis, guys, but honestly, there's not much I can say about that. That was brutal. Gonna take a quick drink. Yes, Laserman, the matchup between Hellraisers and Copenhagen Wolves finished 1-1. This is the second BOT of this evening. BOT? Nope. Best of 2 is what I was looking for. And the third is going to be Flipside up against Gamers 2. Let's have a look then. How do Flipside approach the T side here? If they win this round, it's pretty much over, I'd have to say. Here we go. NK gets the first frag for Penta. That's going to somewhat ease the nerves a tiny bit there for the Germans. Switch across to the T's perspective. Let's take on board with Blade. He thought for a second he may try and actually push through ramp there by himself, get a maybe an entry frag and some all-important vital information for the rest of his team, but he actually second-guessed himself. He's going back in for seconds now. Flashbang is going to greet him. There are players to his left and right. Spiddy's the player to his right, just below Heaven there. Peeking backwards and forwards. And look at this positioning from Dennis as well, actually. He's pushed really aggressively into Squeaky, and he gets rewarded with 2 kills. So a very confident round here on CD side from Penta. And they actually clean sweep it, so that's going to do them the world of good. The comeback is real. I'll begin to believe the comeback's real if Penta can get up to like 8 rounds. If this goes, say, 13-8, then I'll start to believe. But right now, I'm still a bit skeptical. I want to believe, though, guys. I want to believe. I want to dream. Flipside have a pretty mean T-side on Nuke. I've seen them play this a couple of times. Penta are a pretty solid CT side themselves, though. So, you know, Clash of the Titans. NK's managed to maneuver himself in. Oh, my goodness. He managed to wait in between the smokes there, but pretty much whiffed his opportunity. Fortunately for him, though, Spiddy did come in and get himself a couple of frags. There's Crystal as well for a ramp, and he will get one alongside Sryson. Oh, chat, you never fail to make me laugh. There's a pause. I'm not sure what this pause is all about. I'll have a quick alt tab, see if there's anything in the chat there. Doesn't seem to be any information, so hopefully it won't be a very long pause. That's the dream. Just checking my Twitter there, guys, see if there's any questions. It's really awesome to hear your guys' feedback, you know, good or bad. I'm very respectful, I should say, of everyone's opinions, and I'm very receptive as well of, you know, trying to improve. If people have things that they'd like me to improve on, then I'm happy to oblige that. If you have any questions or anything, guys, throw them in chat, because I have no idea how long this pause is going to last for, and there's not too much that I can analyse about this, you know. Skullboy, thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say. I hope I managed to stream and cast more as well. I'm hoping to actively, you know, to cast a whole bunch more, dude. I casted Gfinity recently, which was a LAN, which I'm really grateful that I got that opportunity, and hopefully I get more opportunities like that. It sucks you feel that way, F1420. But if you tell me what I can do to improve, then I'll be happy to give it a try, you know? Show my face. You don't want that to happen. I also don't see... I can't see the webcam because I'd have to set it all up. Faudia or Fordia? Do you only cast or do you play? I play really often, actually. I play pretty much every day of CS. I'm Legendary Eagle rank, which isn't amazing, but I actually mainly play ESEA. So if you guys want to see me play, you can hit the follow button, because this is actually my personal stream. Thanks, Stealth Gunshot. It's got epic beard face. I do have a beard. It's true. It is true. Okay, we're live again, guys. Hopefully we will stay live and there will be no more issues in this game. I can only hope. Fingers crossed. And what we've seen so far is that it's going to be a split attack here from Flipside. They've got 3 players in lobby, one of which was Marklov in blue. He's been taken out. Sryson, very aggressive push through. Need to be careful as the player actually in Squeaky. That was simple. He's got himself one, very nearly a second, but tagged up Sryson enough that Bondic came in with the 1 clip of Glock ammo and managed to get the kill. Crystal, though, manages to sneak his way into ramp, and Bondic is put down. What rank am I? I'm Legendary Eagle rank, but I literally never play matchmaking. I'm pretty much ESEA only. CS Vault, I do cast a lot for a bunch of different tournaments, but this is the first time I'm streaming and casting because I just got a new graphics card. Ooh, I heard a knife. Sryson just got knifed. Rip. I'll be casting the next BO2, indeed I will. It's Flipside in Gamers 2. Dennis has just kind of chilled his way up on top of blue there. And look at this push out from the T's. They finally get the 2 players. Bondic. Here's the aggressor on both, but there's NK from main. FAMAS double headshot. Not much you can do about that from the T's perspective. From around the Flipside, probably felt like they should have won there, but they barreled into A. And last, they find themselves now to 1 versus 1, courtesy of Markelov. Spiddy was seen and tagged. Down to 66. Markelov throws up the smoke. Here comes the pop flash. No, I thought Spiddy was going to pop flash and peek it. But instead he's actually going to flash over the roof. Here we go. Going to be peeking in. He eats the flash himself. And there's Markelov. And Markelov gets the clutch. And Flipside move 1 step closer to the finish line. That's a round that Penta Sports must win. Markelov stepping up huge. What do you mean? ESEA. It's a it's like a client. So you get 128 tick servers and an extra anti-cheat. It's pretty cool. Markelov. Oh, this time he gets bested off the 5-7 in the form that he's showing. I would expect him to go ahead and pick up that frag, but can't expect people to do crazy things every round there. He is only human after all. Who knew? Penta Sports with this mixed match of weaponry. 3 M4s, 5-7. Crystal has no armor. Very much like a glass soldier right now. The Penta Sports are trying to hold in here. They may still be reeling after that last round that just slipped away from them in the end. Sryson is the stand-in for today for Penta Sports. So it could definitely be one of the determining factors as to why things didn't go very well on T-side for them. Maybe they didn't have their full strats out in effect. Simple coming on through into round. Very similar ideas, but look at this position from Crystal. Gets himself 2. Comes back up again. Nearly gets the 3rd. That would have been beautiful play from him. So close yet so far. Did get Will let it down to 9 though, so damage certainly been done in that respect. And Spitty, oh, just turned around but still got the 5-7 headshot. He's hungry for the last kill. And we'll get it onto Will let it with just 7 seconds remaining. Crystal really was the playmaker in that round there. They had no idea. It's not the kind of position that you can stay in again though. Once you've given that away, you have to start moving around. Drop. Honestly, the reason my energy levels were low is because I'm trying to conserve my energy because I've got another BO2 after this, and Nuke's not the most entertaining maps to cast because not a great deal happens. It's like one team just steamrolls the other on CT side, you know. But I agree. I should have higher energy across the board. Dennis probably should have got that kill. Unfortunately for him, he does actually seal a deal there. If Markelov gets that kill, he's going to be absolutely furious with himself. There's a nice dink there from NK. Little double tap. He's looking for another kill onto Blade. Does finally get it on a 4th or 5th time of asking. And now Flipside find themselves on a 4v2. Familiar territory. Markelov is dead. The clutcher extraordinaire is down and out of this round. And it's all on World Edit. 1v4. It's got an M4. 50 seconds to play with. Those are saving graces, I guess. But the chances are really limited, and Dennis just pops on down and gets the frag. So back to Eco again. I said before if Penta can get 8-9 rounds. Well, I said if it was 13-8, then I'd begin to believe. 14, I'd say if they get up to 10 rounds, then I'll begin to believe here that Penta can pull this one back. I'm not going to get too carried away. This is an Eco round, so you'd expect that Penta pick this one up pretty comfortably. One loss is acceptable, anymore is not. And they have lost that second player, so it's not a terrible Eco round there, actually, from Flipside, all things considered. Comeback is real. I'm still not sold on that just yet from Penta. If they get up to 10, then I'll begin to believe, for sure. I'll channel my inner Morpheus. Here we go. Sryson, the stand-in, up on catwalk. They're going to put this one together, opening the sweep door as they flash. That's going to allow them to try and get the peak, but actually they came out second best here. There's Spitty. He opens up, gets himself 2. The Molotov actually claimed the first frag there. Bladard did get one before dropping, and now Simple chimes in with a frag. NK looks away from Vents at the worst possible time, but he does still get that kill. Throws in the grenade. Grenade almost lands on top of Markelov's head, but takes minimal damage. He gets finished off, though, from NK, who pushed around the side from catwalk. And now Simple. Let's switch across to his perspective. Between a rock and a hard place. Sees one in main, drops down to plant this bomb. This bomb should be planted.
Bomb has been planted.
And he's molotoving up ramp. Unbeknownst to him, though, no one is up there. Both players, in actual fact, are coming from vents. And this is going to be a fairly difficult one for Simple to hold off here because the smoke's been popped down. He's going to go ahead and go up to the control room. It's being diffused right now. He has to start opening fire right here, right now. And he has done so. He gets boosted them. Are you kidding me? I can't believe he just pulled that off. Unbelievable from Simple. He held down the trigger. And he got 2. And that sums up Nuke so far. That absolutely sums up Nuke. Penta have had 4 or 5 rounds they should have won. And they've just been taken away like that. In the blink of an eye. Simple goes massive. You can pretty much just load up Inferno right here, right now, ladies and gents. Because this map is over. Oh my goodness. They will still be reeling from that right now. But they have to brush themselves off. Remember that there is another map coming up here. They've got to start setting their sights towards Inferno. Which is their choice of map. Lost 2 players early on in this round. Sryson does manage to bag himself 1. Bit of a consolation prize there for him. And Penta Sports only have 2 players remaining and 4 terrorists to find and kill. And a bomb plant to stop. Sryson doing what he can. As a stand-in, actually, he's been doing pretty well. He's 3rd. Right now, Crystal's bottom fragging for his team. Simple does catch the aforementioned Sryson as he tries to drop down. And there's Crystal. Last player. Simple picks it up. And we will be moving to Inferno, ladies and gents. And that was a very one-sided map. Penta Sports had opportunities. They had chances to claw that one back. They had chances to potentially get themselves in close enough proximity to make Flipside sweat. But it was those moments of individual brilliance from the likes of Simple that stopped them from doing just that.